What's up, Ock? You know what it is. The bros, your favorite bros. Diesel D, Tell, Darn, aka They Don't Want None. This is the Y'all Heard What I Said Wrestling podcast. We in the building to go over AEW's New Year Smash. Started off with night one. Night one started with the All Elite Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, with Frankie Kazarian and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
I see you!
Going up against the Hybrid T, Jack Evans and Helico, and the Acclaim. This is a pretty good back and forth match. You know how the Young Bucks do it. They had SCU with them. All these guys are talented. Everybody got a little bit of work in. At the end, Young Bucks and SCU got the win with the best Meltzer driver ever. The combination with Christopher Daniels and Matt Jackson. How you feel about this match?
Pretty good match. Hybrid 2 to me is really underrated team. I didn't know he was that good like that.
Yeah, they pretty damn good.
But of course, the tag team champions, the Young Bucks, got the win with SCU. Let's see where it go from there. I think SCU popped back up in the title picture.
As he said, SCU, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels once again said next time they lose a match, they're going to break up this tag team forever. But then they also made a statement that they don't plan on losing because they come in for those titles. After that, we had a promo from Mox, and always aggressive, always intense. He wants his title back, and he's not playing any damn games. But we had the big fight. We had the Inner Circle's Wardlow going up against the Big Hurt, also of the Inner Circle, Jake Hager. The big boys, they had some aggression. They wanted to get it out the way. Jake Hager was mad because Wardlow's been missing time, taking care of his family. They went at it. These boys were going at it. You had the All-America, the undefeated MMA fighter, to be exact. But at the end, Wardlow with the F10, he gets the victory. And I was surprised because I didn't think Jake Hager would lose a clean wrestling match as an undefeated MMA fighter. That boggles my mind, but how you guys feel about that?
It was a big clash. I thought it was a pretty good match. I wanted Hager to win, but I had the strangest feeling that Wardlow was going to win, and he did.
And I loved it. I wanted Wardlow to win, but I didn't think he would because of that situation.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Wardlow didn't win. I can't be the only person surprised. I just automatically knew he was going to win. When the last time Jake Hager fought a singles match? He's been only fighting the tag matches with Jericho.
Since the world title match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing was all the Inner Circle people was up there at the entrance.
But you know, they is the Inner Circle, so big fellas, they gave the show respect. We had the weigh-in for the TNT Championship. The TNT champion, Darby Allin,
The weigh-in.
going up against the Machine, Brian Cage, the self-proclaimed STW champion. You know Team Taz came out there with the whole crew. Hook, absolutely Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, my guy. They was all out there. They went through the weigh-in with Tony Schiavone, Darby Allin being 170, Cage being 275. And I'm just trying to laugh through this because I'm thinking about so Taz was like, we about to whip your ass. All this. Schiavone get out the ring, and then of course, lights out. Snow falls.
Winter is coming.
And here comes Sting. And once again, for about the 5th week in a row, the whole FTW just runs to the stage from just Sting and his back and Darby and his skateboard. Taz said, I'm sick of this shit, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, how y'all feel about this? It's Sting!
Well, obviously, they continue in this feud, but we're going to see where it is headed. We're going to see, you see the lines with Sting and Darby. And I'm just trying to figure out, what are they doing with Team Taz?
Why do they keep running?
Why do they run every time?
From an old-ass Sting.
Just pointing a bat at him.
And 170-pound Darby Allin. Like, the Sting shit is just really boggling my mind. I really don't. I love Sting. This guy goes back to my childhood, man. But to see him just, you know, he signed this big contract because, you know, he still wants to be a part of it. He loves the sport of wrestling. But the man's over 60 now, and I need something better than this storyline of him coming out every week and scaring 5 people to the stage.
Here comes the Flames. Signifies only one thing. The Prince of Pro Wrestling, Snoop Dogg. This is huge. That's Snoop Dogg in AEW. Snoop jumped to AEW. Snoop jumped to AEW. And this is Snoop's version of Cody's song. That's amazing. How cool is it that Snoop did it? Cody's ring music. Well, Snoop and Cody Rhodes, a part of Go Big Show. Set your DVRs now to watch Snoop.
Next, we had the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, with Uncle Snoop, the D-O-double cheese, boy. Not this bitch. Let me stop.
And the Snoop Dogg remix.
And the Snoop Dogg remix of Kingdom. Shit was bumping too, and you know Snoop Dogg was up there getting busy. Cody wanted him to get up on the rope like him. He just kept dancing, getting it in. You know he was coming down from that high. Matt Sydal. This was a pretty good match. You know how they get down. The American Nightmare, he gets the win. But I'm gonna let these guys go into the match. What happened after?
No, I was waiting to see this match all night. This was one of the matches I was looking to for New Year's match. Night 1 or night 2. Awesome match. I knew Cody was going to win, but I wanted to see the way they treated Matt Sydal in the match. Was it going to be a squash or was it going to be a long, gruesome match? Yeah. And it was like a long match. Like Sydal actually had a chance to win. But Cody
Go get him! Straight down! What are you going to do? Yeah, baby!
That's not official! Maybe because he didn't want to hurt himself. Moving forward for the All Elite Wrestling Small Championship. Your longest reigning champion, Hikaru Shida. Defending the title, which we stated before. We don't know why, but because Abaddon just keeps scaring her, Abaddon gets this title shot. I'm not gonna lie. This is the worst match of the night for me. To me, it's too slow paced. I don't. Yeah. Abaddon don't really have no set of moves. She just continues to punch and kick and ground you, and like I know it kept Shida under the chemistry too. And don't get me started on the under the ring spot. But anyway, Hikaru Shida is still your champion, and now I'm not sure who's next for Shida, because we got some of the other new people. Such as Jade Cargill, you know, Big Swole had a title match. Britt Baker's still doing other shit, not getting in the title picture. So I don't know what's next for Shida, but she's continuing to have the belt. How you feel about this?
Kris Statlander.
To
come back.
The alien.
9 months, yeah.
It's been just about. You know how fast 2020 went.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's only 7 to 9
So I think she should
months,
almost be back soon. And if she come back, I believe she will take that title from Shida.
Maybe that's what they waiting for, because they not like doing no other storylines. No people, like they got Britt Baker and other storylines, and then you still got the NWA Women's Champion. They fighting in their own type of storylines. So we gonna see who next for that number 1.
But our main event of New Year's Smash Night 1 featured from the Death Triangle, from the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fénix challenging the All Elite World Champion, reigning from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, but fighting out of North Carolina, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. This was a good-ass damn match. You know Callis was at ringside, but at the end, after hella V-triggers and a one-winged angel, your boy Kenny Omega is still the All Elite Wrestling Champion. But that wasn't it, because Mox came out wanting revenge. And when he came out, we had a surprise. From Impact, your Impact Tag Team Champions. Just a couple of good brothers. The big LG Doc Gallows. Machine Gun Carl Anderson. They were in the building. They took out Mox, hit him with a magic killer. Then we had Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman come out there and try to intervene. The Good Brothers took them out. The Young Bucks came out there like, yo, what are you doing, bro? They're all looking at each other. You know what Kenny's doing. Come on, fellas. Brother Club, baby. Brother Club. And you knew it. Nick and Matt, they raised it up. Too sweet. So we was looking forward to night 2. We started off with the Bastard Pac. He had Rey Fénix and Pentel Zero with him. He was going up against Eddie Kingston, and you know he had Butcher Blade and the Bunny with him. His family. You know once Pac gets in the groove, ain't no stopping him. But you know Eddie Kingston, this guy always sticks around. You know? But at the end, Pac hit him with that damn black arrow. Got the win, but then started hitting him with the brutalizer. How you feel about this?
I already knew Pac was going to get the win. To me, Eddie Kingston ain't stand no chance. From the beginning, they've been feuding the last 3 weeks. Pac was ready to get his hands on him.
He got the best of the food.
It was the best man, Miro, with Kip and Penelope. He went up against Chucky T with Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. In this match, if Chucky T lost to Miro, he would be what they call in Japan his young boy, his servant, follow all his orders for the next month until our next special with Beach Blast at the beginning of February. I wish they would have brought Miro in with the extra aggressive side we seen of Miro when he was Rusev at the beginning of his WWE run, where he basically wasn't losing to nobody. at the end of the match, he started to get real riled up, and he started busting Chucky up, hit him with the game over, got the W, and then took Chucky with him and left Orange there just looking with a stale face. Next, all the members of the Inner Circle, everybody was giving up their resolutions. Hager just was yelling out, championships! MJF and then Jericho, they continued to be masterful. Wardlow never said nothing, he didn't need to. He just got a big W. Jericho, MJF, Santana Ortiz, and Sammy. Jericho said, Ortiz said some random shit about wanting to perfect his grandmother recipe and some other shit. But
he asked MJF, why is your finger different color than your face?
Yeah, so why are your fingers different color? But anyway, Jericho said his New Year's resolution is for him and MJF to get the tag team titles, and Santana didn't like that shit at all. He said, you picked me and Ortiz to be the tag team of the Inner Circle, then why are you going for the titles? Sammy jumped in there, called Jericho a tag slut, and I know exactly what he was talking about, because I remember the Spanish guys, the sex gods. These guys, they was hugging each other, they had shirts and shit. Next thing you know, Jericho's with Hager. The next thing you know, he's staying with Ortiz for a match, and now he want to be with MJF. These guys, they gave us a treat. They're going to set up a triple threat tag team match amongst themselves for us next week, as it's the team of Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager, going up against the Demogod, the champion, Chris Jericho, and MJF, going up against Santana and Ortiz. I think this is going to be a good one. Who do you think going to take this?
Surprised me for some reason for this first round that Sammy and Hager going to win. I don't know why.
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like Santana and Ortiz won this damn match
to
prove why they are the tag team.
Santana and Ortiz, because they are actually a tag team.
I know. I was gonna say that, but
they trying to prove that they are the tag team.
Like I said, the Inner Circle is not gonna make it past 2021. Like I said, last year in 2020, the Inner Circle, this is their downfall. They got too many people now. Too many of them button heads. They don't know what they want to do. Now they're trying to go after the tag team titles, and they putting 3 teams together. Go for it. For what reason? Just choose a team.
Next, we had the waiting room, the newly debuted waiting room with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel, and the first guest was the American Nightmare, Cody. We already knew where this was headed. This was not going to be something good. Britt Baker's a heel, so we knew something wasn't going to go on. Especially even as she acted like she cared about Cody, and before we knew it, the baddest bitch, Jade Cargill, shows up, and she's looking bad. She comes out there, she talks her shit. Beautiful promo. They had a little melee going on where they was going back and forth. But after that, we had a promo from Thunder Rosa, and she's going to take on Britt Baker at Beach Blast, and Britt was upset because she was told by her that Tony Khan said this wasn't going to happen. How y'all feel about this whole situation?
It better happen. That should be a real good match. Plus, I think this all started when Britt Baker interfered in her match.
Yeah, she interfered in the title.
They still have yet to fight yet.
And that was a few weeks ago.
So this match, long time waiting.
But I'm going to be honest. As far as the Jade Cargill situation, I understand they were leading up to an agenda tag team match. You know, Shaq and Cargill versus Cody and Brandy, but obviously Brandy's going to be out. What are we doing with Jade? She's shown that she's ready. This promo was about her getting her opponent. Let's get her opponent. Let's get her on the grind. She going to show off. She might be the next big thing in AEW, but we won't know until you get her the opportunity to fuck somebody up.
Right.
Y'all brought Velvet Sky in there. Velvet is little as shit, and I just feel like just because of her size alone, this kind of, if this is the route they're going with, her first match being against her, this should be a squash match. If anything other than a squash match, it's a waste of time, because to me this looks like the illogical Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, how everybody wants Daniel Bryan to win, but on paper, there's no fucking way Daniel Bryan beats Brock Lesnar. In a match, in a bar fight, in a boxing match, in a UFC match, in a fight pit, in my mother house. It doesn't happen logically. Only in the imagination of places like WWE does that happen. And I love Daniel Bryan, but it doesn't fucking happen. So this is what that looks like to me. This next match, FTR going up against the combo of Jurassic Express that featured Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt. Distraction from Tully Blanchard. We get the new Big Red, the new name of the Goodnight Express, which is still the Shadow Machine, but now it's called the Big Red. They get the win. 1, 2, 3. How you feel about this match?
How I feel is that why in the hell do Tully Blanchard either interfere in a match that features Marco Stunt.
Younger boy. Or just Marco
I don't
Stunt.
get it.
I understand the equal opportunity mindset over the AEW. Everybody gets a chance. In this type of environment, you know, it's hard to get Marco Stunt involved. I mean, he's just so small. And unless you get somebody around his size, maybe we could build a cruiserweight division, a light heavyweight division, anything to keep him involved if you really want to do that. But other than that, he's nothing more than the manager or the mascot of Jurassic Express.
No, that's why
I'm glad they were selling them moves from him.
I
like
guess
that
that's
Gawd
why they did that.
time.
So he could still come out looking decent in the situation by making them still show that they're heels by making Telly cheap.
Because we had the All Elite Wrestling Champion Kenny Omega. He came out, and this was advertised as the Elite in action. So your first thought, the Elite, you have Kenny Omega, Nick and Mac Jackson, the Young Bucks. The Elite. You had the Bucks and Kenny there with Callis. And Kenny was like, we gonna come out together, guys?
The Elite?
to the Elite song, and Callis stopped and was like, no, I like the Young Bucks song. Let them come up by themselves. We do our thing. We see you out there, guys. So later on, while Don Callis is talking, they show Matt and Nick in the back looking on the camera with Tony Khan. And Don Callis says, we have the World Tag Team Champions and Kenny Omega's best friends, the Good Brothers. And in comes the big LG Doc Ellis and the Machine Gun Carl Anderson. They are Kenny Omega's tag partners. Nick and Mac, they played their parts very well. They had the saddest, my best friend don't want to play with me no more faces as they walked away from the camera. And we had a 6-man tag against Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and Danny Limelight. We all knew which way this was headed. We just wanted to hope it was entertaining. And they kept this match going for a while. But the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega, they got the W.
I think it was a pretty good match. It was very entertaining. The one thing, that question mark, they wasn't making no tags. Like Carl Anderson
no
said,
tags at all.
For a good minute.
And AEW does that all the time.
He just getting in the ring randomly.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
After the match, we had Mox come out of nowhere, and he was ready to fucking fight. But you know, they took him down. And then as they're taking down Mox, here comes Penta and Ray Phoenix to save the day. It's 3-on-3 now. They're all looking. But then at the same time, the Young Bucks come out. They're like, yo, what the fuck is going on, guys? Chill out, chill out. They get hit with super kicks from Penta and Ray. This thing just to break down. Guys fighting everywhere. What's going on with this?
I have no idea. The whole damn roster was out there.
They was all out there.
They was just out there fighting, but guess who got out of there?
Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega got out of there.
I guess they don't like nobody coming into that house trying to run dance. It's what it looks like.
For the NWA Women's title, for no particular reason at all, and we all want to know, Tay Conti is getting a title shot. I don't give a fuck if it's the NWA, the Triple I, a title that I brought from Walmart. What did she do to get a title shot?
With the dog horse.
She was with Anna Jay.
Yeah, that's it.
She went up against Serena Deeb. This is a pretty good match. Serena Deeb did a good job working on the leg. Because at the end, they showed us Tay Conti had a chance. Her leg gave out. Serena Deeb hit her with a move, the detox. Got the W. She's still your NWA champion. How do you feel about this match?
I think it was a pretty solid match. Tay Conti showed that she do have some talent. Some type of talent.
And she got the kicks. And she not afraid to show it. She don't give a damn. Go follow her on IG.
And Twitter.
Main event, guys, for the TNT Championship. And you already knew how this was going to end because it included the TNT champion, Darby Allin, defending that TNT title, the new TNT title, because the old one was given to Brody Lee Jr. It's his forever. The new black one with a little red imprint.
I like the new one.
I like it. I like it a lot. He defended it against the self-proclaimed FTW champion, the Machine, Brian Cage. And let's really talk about the weigh-in. 170 for Darby. 275 for Brian Cage. I weigh about over 100 pounds. This looks like Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar situation. On paper, it logically does not fucking happen for Darby Allin. There's no way he wins this match cleanly at all. And of course, he wasn't going to win cleanly. At the end,
some crucifix.
Yeah, it was like a crucifix bomb, but it wasn't
a fucking roll up.
Yeah, but it wasn't a coffin drop.
That is a roll up.
That's not a roll up.
It's something like Leon Ruff did.
It's not a roll up.
But he didn't do no move before he did it.
It was a move. But it's like a crucifix bomb.
A crucifix bomb roll up. I was about to say that. It was.
Darby Allin up for
Like,
the first 10,
for like
10,
80%
12
of the
minutes,
match.
for 80% of the match.
I said, I know my thing. I always say is they go back and forth, but I didn't think he was beating
Cage
him
on
up.
the pull some steel steps,
For
he
no
got knocked
reason.
out the ropes, fell on him, coffin drop, nice ass coffin drop onto the steel steps. I can't forget that one spot before that when Brian Cage tossed his ass out the ring.
Yeah.
Through the fucking
Tossing through the table.
table where the Velvet and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you all know what happened.
Lights
Fucking
went
Lights
out.
come out. Lights cut
And
off.
winner is coming.
Sting came out.
With
hit,
a damn
hit
bat.
Starks with the bat. He finally hit somebody with
Finally.
the bat.
Hit him twice.
And that
with
just
it.
distracted everybody from Team Taz. And that's how the Crucible Bomb happened. He got the win. And as always, everybody just starts to run away when Sting comes in the ring. How y'all feel about that?
Tragic.
It is tragic, but the fact that Darby just got the title not too long ago, and Darby is decent. He's a good wrestler,
he's good.
but he can't be
I don't
Brian
care.
Cage.
There's no way you
So
want
they
to-
had to cheat in that situation. So Sting going had to be some type of distraction for him to win with the crucifix, bomb the tie ropes and get the win, and then you got Sting looking at him at the end while Team Taz retreating, just looking.
Right now, to me, they got Brian Cage looking like Moose in Impact Wrestling for like a whole long time. Even though he got a belt, he's just carrying around a belt.
Yeah, and I
That's
hate it.
not legally part of a company. It's some being the champion.
Like, I hate that, like...
But they don't know what they're going to do
No,
with Cage right
actually
now.
it's not, because Moose is winning the matches, Brian Cage.
Yeah, I was about to say, Moose is winning all his matches and proving why he as he said, he's controlling his narrative now. But with Brian Cage, it's like they group people together, and like AEW, I just need them to do a better job. Like, y'all keep signing talent, but then most people stay on Dark, and then you don't see them no more. Like, for example, ever since Powerhouse Hobbs joined Team Taz,
He only fight on Dark.
I seen more Powerhouse Hobbs before Team Taz than I did with Team Taz. He could have had a lot of momentum if you just kept him as a singles wrestler. It even made him feud with Team Taz, and now he's joined them, and it makes his whole character stagnant. And to me, that makes the scary element of him teamed up with Brian Cage. Like, it diminishes a little bit. He doesn't look as scary anymore because he's just always in the background, and it doesn't help that you're running from Sting with 4 other people.
Yeah, and I think this is the point where AEW probably do now need another championship.
I do. I think it's time for another champion.
Use that FTW championship.
It's too many people.
Yeah, they keep getting extra people.
And I love AEW. Interesting to see where they're going to keep going forward. I just want them to stay a little bit consistent. Don't fall into inconsistency, which has people fucking hating WWE. Do your own thing. Be you.
Yeah.
Do your own thing. Don't worry about what they doing. Cody's been said that. We don't worry about the competition. We do our own thing. So just keep doing it. Work on the storylines. Like, still kudos. The highest rated show, the Brody Lee Memorial. No promotion as big as you guys had with that kind of stage like WWE. I mean, we've seen a lot of indie shows. They've done that, give memorials for wrestlers and whatnot. But a wrestling promotion this big to dedicate an entire 2-hour episode, WWE Vince McMahon would never think, never in his life think to dedicate a whole show, let alone a match. You lucky if you get that 10-second tribute at the beginning of the show. But you know what it is, y'all. Diesel Detail, they don't want none. Going to AEW. This the y'all heard what I said, wrestling pod. And we about to fuck shit up this year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there.
As Juicy J said, load them up. We out.